Yeah, same situation, but I don't think you can put the team they played on the same category, right? paiN smash Bet Boom, Heroic smash Friendly Campers. So safe to say that paiN are feeling confident in finding an upset today. And I say upset, they're the odds favorites coming into this game, despite them being the lower seed, just based on that previous performance. So I actually think we're going to have a really 50-50 game. And remember, folks, the winner of every one of these last games at Bounty Online go through to the LAN finals in Malta, enter the top 8, and the loser gets nothing. Quite the stakes.
Yeah. Obviously, paiN have gone through some changes coming into this this new season. What are your thoughts on their pickups, Hugo?
Well, maybe let's hold that thought.
All right, yeah. We got this little ramp pop coming in. Oh, backstab straight away for Sus, but those dual Berettas tear on through. And QZ left as the only man standing for paiN as this lobby crunch takes shape. And QZ tries to wrap upon it, but they've got the bomb, Molly down, and now problems for NQZ. Cancelled out, that's a pistol secured thanks to the Sus flank with those dual Berettas.
Messy pistol, but one that Heroic thrive in. Chaos all over the round. You asked me my thoughts, Harry. I was kind of excited for VSM. I know it was a controversial pick.
No, dude, I kind of feel you.
Brazil, just based on the fact that, you know, we're picking up an old school guy who many feel like have had his chance, who's been around. We saw him back in that 0-0 Nation time in Fluxo. We've seen him some teams, especially during the online era, but he's been dominating in Brazil at least. So yeah, maybe paiN just wanted to go back full.
No, but you're dead on, man. Like, I have good memories of this guy individually performing well from, you know, like the kind of online stages, like you say. Thinking back years now, but yeah, he had that knife and fork bit, if you remember, bro. How could you forget that? It was such a good bit. He always liked to play up to the camera, even during the kind of COVID era and beyond.
And Harry, you know, as a member of the broadcast talent, someone who has a bit of personality, someone who had some flair, they're going to get extra points. You know, you might not necessarily need to be as good as everyone else to get the rep. You're going to get the rep if you have a bit and if it's a strong bit, and VSM had that. But he's been performing in Brazil, and so paiN have given him the call up. But on top of that, Piria is he popped off yesterday. He looked ready. Like, VSM actually had some problems in that game. Wasn't necessarily the star of the show. Piria, he was. So I'm excited to see what paiN can do with some more time in this team. But they've got to get through Heroic first, and there's plenty of experience on this roster. They're planting the smoke. No. Not going to happen, boys. Too many on this top side. So while paiN went for the obvious pick that I think every team would have gone for, just given, you know, the level of opposition in that top 8, at the same time, Heroic aren't going to just roll over and take it. This is a squad that have consistently done more with less.
I mean, you know, the Piria one's pretty interesting as well, right? Like you say, had a good look yesterday at him, but not only that, you know, man, I always think it's kind of wild, but what, it would have been like 5 years ago now, we were kind of casting him back in the Academy League for the Furia Academy. He's been on one hell of a journey since that point. Just kind of in and out of teams.
He's been everywhere.
But always on the grind with Piria.
Yeah, paiN obviously didn't, you know, with Davidas and, you know, the previous roster maybe got a bit old for them. Maybe it was communication, maybe there's a lot of things going on. Like Davidas and DGT both had great moments individually, but clearly didn't fit for this team. And maybe they had higher aspirations long term. So going full Brazilian. Hey, none of the other Brazilians are going full Brazilian. They're doing the opposite.
Yeah.
They're following the Furia track record. paiN gonna pop this top side. They got Snow in a strong position, but it's still being guarded.
I don't get it. Kickout was open, man. paiN could have gone for it.
That's a major winner, Harry. Show some respect.
You're right. Youngstar out here in Garage, able to deal with that attempt at the wrap, and so made kind of brutal. Piria still good for the kill, but just the one and done. They'll drop in and deal with him. Heroic getting hyped up.
Yeah.
Something I am liking about Youngstar. He's always been a bit of a character, but seeing him as a stand-in, always looking to bring the energy and try and keep everyone hyped up is certainly a good sign.
Youngstar's fighting for his future right now, Harry. He's
Yeah.
a bench of Heroic. The only way we're going to see him on a team, presuming Alcaran doesn't come back, is, or does come back, is if someone buys him out of Heroic. Heroic sell him, really. So right now he's advertising himself, not just to other squads that may buy him out mid-season, by the way. The season's already begun. Or could he really become the main AWPer? Is there a world, Harry? Is there a way?
Yeah.
These are options.
These are options. Unlikely options, but certainly options.
Let's see how he does. CT side Nuke AWPing, certainly a good time to make a show. So he's fighting to not be sat on the bench for the next 6 months. I'd say that's good motivation.
Yeah. Oh, you're just getting mowed down in this one.
No, wait. Oh, what? Hey, what? Oh.
He's dodging bullets. Piria will eventually get away with it. But no more for the Deagle out of Hut. It just is left to Big Azera.
And they're ready. Nice hold on the top site here for Heroic. Sus with the double. Youngstar bringing the energy. In what is currently a Swedish team, Harry, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Triple Swedes. It's Swedish CS is back. Everybody's saying the scene is dying. I don't know. Heroic are looking to make it to LAN. Heroic really is peak Scandinavia, right? Norwegian org with a full Danish roster, now with a Swedish core. We just need some Finns.
We need an AWP, so what you're saying is Alu to Heroic. Snow will make it across. It's an attempt at the yard control here. Youngstar Zorp not roaming the yards, instead finds its way down here in secret.
Just playing to contain here, 5v4 and Exiled in a ratty position. This is really nice. It means outside is not a worry for Heroic. They know they can't get wrapped heaven. So just relax, take a deep breath, and hope Youngstar hits his shot, which he does. That's going to stop paiN on this plan. 40 seconds, they might just have to walk out A, drop into main. They don't really have any other options. Exiled is found outside. That's going to put some fear here in Heroic, and a double entry as Piria walks outdoor. Look at him go. 2 kills on this top side, has opened up the round, and Nilo can't save them. He's mollied off. Up the vent for Youngstar, crazy.
Great catch. That one just falls shy of the mark, and that would have been a huge, round-turning kill.
He can wallbang him.
They at least know that Piria's here, but don't have the util to deal with him. They're really relying on Piria overextending, having a peek, and right now Big Azera's got the cross covered.
Aim deeper. You just kill him. He's so
What
low.
if Big Azera kills him? Oh, it's close on that.
Yeah.
Shot nearly rallies on through. Big Azera dead! It's Nilo up and over for the 1v2.
The star of the show here. Double clutch up, round saved. Heroic made that hard for themselves. They need to go practice the vent spam, Harry. You got to aim deeper than that. AK or AWP would have wrecked Piria their event. Maybe they feel like he's got more health and they're hitting him. But they are not even on the money. He had 20 health, 1 AK, 2 AK bullets. That's it. But hey, Heroic. They did it all just to find the 1v2 clutch. And that feels even better.
thing I do think that's kind of interesting with the paiN changes, right, is I think for a lot of people when they were looking at this team and you were expecting changes to come through, you know, there were a couple of players who were on the chopping block in a sense, but I think for a lot of folks, they were looking at Snow as kind of the weak link of this team. He finished their major run as the botted-rated player of the entire major, not just for paiN.
You had a bit of a Freudian slip
I
there.
did, yeah. I meant bottom-rated, not botted-rated, but in a way it all lines up. He had a really, really strugglesome time at the major, did Snow. Never got going, and that's something that's been, you know, a bit of a crux for paiN for a while, right? Individuals dropping off in these high-pressure moments, struggling to relive their former major glory of making that run and beating Furia in the head-to-head in playoffs. But, I mean, him still being here kind of suggests that BigAzera still sees something in Snow, still feels like there's more to unlock there. There's still a higher ceiling to be hit.
He's very streaky, but when he's on, man, you can really feel his impact. And, you know, he still had a huge improvement this year. It just ended awfully. This round is a wash. paiN just popping heads. Crizzen. Now, we have seen a Crizzen clutch, but not today. Yeah, and also, you know, with this being a squad that has gotten rid of the international pieces, Spanish-speaking players, and wanted to go full Brazilian, well, it makes sense why you keep Snow here. At the end of the day, he has got a lot of experience. He played on stages. He's, you know, young player, room to grow. Definitely had his troubles, had some horrible games.
You can imagine, like, this kind of likely set a bit of a tone, this idea of it's like, you know, look, you kind of survived a lot of the roster moves now, but it's like, this very well could be the last chance, so it's like, lock in, man. You know, we're going full Brazilian, there's no holding back now, because you keep showing this tendency that if the results aren't there, you are not afraid of changing the roster around, so no one's super safe. You need the individuals to start showing up.
Yeah.
Loving what we are getting out of Pyria, though, in these games.
Just so many entry kills at important moments. This round was very late for paiN. That's why Heroic are clearing lobby 20 seconds. They think they've lost outside, but paiN full reset and do get themselves in this game. 5-1 now. And QZ has his orb, looking for his first kill. Heavy at the door. paiN make a bit of fuss in lobby before they go back to the smokes. Bit of a miscommunication, but paiN are late to this one. They made it look like a real fake here. Crizzen's not buying it. He has started secret. That smoke is not great. Well, the spam is.
Yeah, Snow just cleaned up, and there's the swing out from Crizzen. Right as their attention's taken away.
Captain can shoot.
Very keen double. And I mean, you say the captain can shoot. Same is true for BigAzera. That's who you'd be facing now in this 1v1 for lower. I feel like Crizzen's already done enough, and he knows that, so hangs around for a moment, but not for long, right? No reason to give BigAzera and Koa way back into this 2v5.
Just no time, so might just have to be the save, unless BigAzera is going to run down secret right now. Crizzen might give him a kill. But not temptation enough here for BigAzera. 15 seconds, hide out in the smoke. Heroic, fantastic start to the day here. 6-1, paiN's map pick. Heroic putting up rounds, and BigAzera's dead. It's not worth it. Everyone else can buy. Might get a drop over, but I don't think so. Really nice spray for Crizzen. Just nothing to complain about for Heroic. They've lost one awkward mid-round lobby take or late-round lobby take. Everything else has been solid. Susp has held his own multiple times on the top site. Youngstar's hit his shots on the AWP. Krizen's getting involved. Nilo's found a 1v2 clutch. They haven't even gone ramp.
Yeah, I mean, this Heroic squad, not one to underestimate, even with the changes and the stand-in situation. Individuals that are kind of still here from the roster, always down to hit hard. Thinking about some of the X-Cloud games we've seen from him.
Had crazy.
Nilo as well, right? You have two like very, very threatening players right there. All right, Piria, what are you up to here? Hang on. A walk into main, and he's going to catch one for free. X-Cloud, no idea what's just happened there.
They were thinking about it. They spammed the smoke on main because 2 smokes down felt a bit sus. Oh, that's 2 for 1. He hit Snow in the back. How's he done that? Youngstar doesn't know, but Snow on notice. They're going to cross secret. Krizen's again here. Doesn't get a second chance. And now, this is the panic that paiN want. They want Snow to play late on Hell. That can pull them back out of secret. Can they keep Nilo contained? Snow started to move. Lobby take is good again from Heroic. Snow won't find these kills. Great position for Susp.
Yeah, they've really not fallen for this lower pressure, have they? And now you see VSM kind of late lurking into the lobby, and I think that that's only going to confirm your suspicions here. Will they be ready for Snow up in heaven? I feel like you have to be. You've had eyes off it for so long in this round. Susp dealt with back in the lobby, and I mean, that's a really big kill to find. Oh, good pickup. It flies up through the vent. In the 2v2, Youngstar's even made it past Snow to link back up with him over in main, and down in lobby, they learn about Big Azera. Youngstar now has to do this all alone. Now, the nade could find Snow in heaven.
Oh, no.
That's kind of a huge pickup. If he's able to secure this kill on Big Azera, Round is right here for the taking. The nade could be huge. Snow tagged up by the AWP earlier, and there's Youngstar finishing the job. He's had it in for him since the start of that round. The man caught at the back of Youngstar's collateral gets finished off by that HE.
Another sick 1v2 comes in for Heroic. This time it's Youngstar who takes the cake. I gotta say, Susp makes the best move in the round, though, with that lobby push. What a replay. Susp coming back into lobby, exactly like you said, confirmed what Heroic was suspecting. It was a late wrap back, and seeing VSM in lobby puts the fear that Snow's up to one of his lurks again. It's just the fact that Youngstar hit him with the AWP that wins him the round. A lot of things had to go right there for Heroic, but they all do. And there it goes again. Youngstar catching NQZ on the cross. This is, by the way, after paiN made a really nice opening move and walked through the vent smoke, through the main smoke, and found the 5v4. They've had a couple of cool ideas in this game, but right now, Heroic are just stealing the thunder.
Yeah, and you're certainly feeling it. Heroic having one of those games where it just feels like everything's going right. Like the list of things that had to go well in that last round is crazy to allow the 1v2. And even here, smoke spams connecting to further the advantage. paiN probably feel like they're getting absolutely wrecked right now and they can't do anything right. And it... Oh,
wow.
That's a lot of damage.
Shocked she lived.
But, you know, like, it's rough because I think on paper you've been in good positions. You've actually gotten the control you're looking for. And then these kind of strokes of luck combined with strokes of brilliance have gone the way of Heroic. 4v3 now as paiN have tried to battle their way back into this one from the back foot. And they've got lower control. There is this double rotate already in position, but the plant comes down and there's nothing Heroic can do to stop that. So it's on to a retake now.
It's actually a really hot round for Heroic. So what have they got? Hidden up top in the clock is Big Azera. And VSM has all the health. Nice clear from Krizen. This is awkward now. VSM clutch flashed off, and the AWP does get a headshot. VSM with the health, VSM with the chance. 1v2, but he falls nades, fumbling as xFloud walks upon him, and that's another round out for Heroic. 8-1, well pieced together. Man advantage, used wisely. And paiN just can't finish one of these rounds. Phew.
Hey, it's double smoke kill to find a 5v3. That's how the round started.
Dear oh dear. 8-1. This isn't.
I just think this would feel so frustrating if you're paiN.
Yeah. You're getting into really nice positions. You're getting into post plants. You've had 2-2v1s.
So often you're doing it from the back foot as well. They're like losing players early on in the craziest of ways. Interesting little set of smokes here. Look at that. You could go anywhere.
There you go, lobby. Kristen's flanking right now.
Good catch. All right, a bit more pace on this round, and it's BigAzera getting the job done on his own. Sprinting it in through main with a missed shot from Youngstar. This A site falters, and now they're in. Kristen only good for one. Nilo on this lobby aggro gets shut down, and Youngstar not going to even attempt this 1v3. Money in a bit of a vulnerable spot. At least these last stretch of rounds have been made expensive by paiN, and so need to keep this AWP in play. That's paiN finally breaking through the bank account and through the scoreline of Heroic.
And what does it come from? Just brute force from BigAzera, running into main, triple entry. BigAzera doing it the old way, how it used to happen here for paiN. Putting his team on his back. Definitely the right save here for Youngstar. Need that AWP. Can still be an excellent half here for Heroic. paiN with a bit of pace, and Heroic with a messy but necessary buy to try and keep paiN out of this T side.
It's one of those rounds where you just kind of go, see, look, that's what we have to be doing. That's how easy it is. BigAzera getting it done. And trying to set a bit of a tone for his team in the end of this half.
So drops ahoy. And more pace for paiN, but denied by the smoke. There's no one at ramp. Youngstar starts secret, so this is completely open. Period seems to be curious. And he's found the gap. Will Nilo overcommit? He's not going to be ready for this angle. Surely Jiggle gives away the info. Again, the smoke walk for Snow. They could be anywhere.
Oh, well. What if they're right there? What if they're back turned and he gets that free kill?
Oh, he just got spammed. Poor guy. Spammed through the smoke. He had a second player garage back turned. Snow can't catch a break.
paiN probably feel like they're playing versus wall hackers with all these smoke spams, man. It's the way you're losing out on every little advantage. All right, double setup down here in Hell. Are they ready for xFloud floating around as the second man? Yes, they are. It's a great clear from Pyria.
They're just wondering, why did Sus come down the ladder there? Thank you. Seemed a bit too sus. 4v2 and paiN look to make this half worth it in the end. 4 rounds would not be bad given how dominant this game began. 8-1 to 8-4. And Heroic need these guns yet again.
And something interesting in this next round, at least, will be, you know, if you can keep the AWP in play, Youngstar likely is to be involved from the get-go, right?
Yeah.
There's kind of no room to sit back a little passive on the AWP.
You're begging for a spawn.
Yeah, it's one of 2 guns in the round, and by far the best one.
If he has a spawn, we might see him go for the ramp pick, maybe even a hut pick, something just to thin the herd early. Spawn's okay. It's not the worst. We're going to talk it over.
What's kind of the craziest, ballsiest move? I feel like that's what he does. Scale top loose and like that.
That's too crazy.
That's pretty crazy,
that
right?
Make sense.
Try and catch
just
snow.
Back garage if you're going to do that. Like
try and
silo.
catch snow over the smoke wall.
Nah.
Come on.
Nah. Go ramp.
Telling you.
Just go ramp. Pyria just walked out the ramp smoke. Go ramp.
Go ramp?
Yeah, Pyria walked out the ramp smoke.
I know, but don't you think there's always been a little fight available out in the yard? They're seeing it every round.
You want to go through 4 smokes and try and find a player? Be my guest.
Could do.
Let's see what he's cooking. Let's see what paiN are cooking. Youngstar goes ramp.
All right, let's see if he's given an engagement. Because there is a kill about to come in for Pyria here.
Nice.
Got the spot in main.
Oh!
Fault from over the top. Crizin spams him back, and there's an MP9 up close to punish Big Azera as he goes for the trade. Oh no, paiN. This isn't good. This was meant to be them kind of leveling out with 4 rounds on this T side. Well, now it's a grind if they want to do that. 1 kill in the right direction for NQZ.
Ooh.
But it's all eyes on VSM. One of the new additions to this paiN squad throwing in to the 1v3 clutch.
Nowhere is safe here. He's going to go for the quick plant on the B-bomb site, but Youngstar's got him trapped in after the fact. Youngstar waiting for Nilo to close the gap, and info there. Youngstar hits the shot. Simply done, and a phenomenal half here from Heroic. All the stars show up. Clutches galore. 1v2s for everyone involved, and Youngstar's AWP nails as Nilo gets the defuse. It's a 9-round half for Heroic here in the LAN qualification game of BLAST Bounty.
Dupree, he can't see a thing. They're right in front, defusing the bomb. The smoke. Oh my God! Dupree taking 2 and falling back, going for the shot. You've got to be kidding me! Dupree winning the round.
Hi, my name is Dupree. I'm a 5-time major champion, and I was part of the Astralis era. In the beginning with Astralis, it was with any other startup. Remember the first shirt iteration we had, which is like a plain black shirt with this star that was printed on top. Just feeling that this was our own was something that actually mattered a lot to us. We were proud of what we had already created, and now it's more about we wanted and needed to get the results right to get it where we wanted it to. It really fast got pretty big in my opinion. It rose to become something like more of a subculture back in Denmark. You could go and ask anyone on the streets in Denmark and they would know what Astralis was. And maybe they didn't specifically in detail know what it was about, but they've heard the name before. It just blew into a proportion that we never expected. I think for any Counter-Strike player that are playing this game competitively, it's about making a name for yourself. That's where the major comes in really handy. I think the dream of winning one is what everyone wants to achieve inside Counter-Strike. But getting there obviously takes a lot of hard work and also some luck and everything. But when I first started playing Counter-Strike, I wanted to win my major. And if I could just win 1 major, then I would be very satisfied. Getting to the point where I feel like the team back in the days with Astralis that was capable of winning a major was like a really good feeling. You would go into the tournament and you would feel that we actually have the capabilities of winning this tournament. That felt really good. We went in that grand final, I think we were obviously playing against Virtus Pro in that grand final. We were playing against some really experienced guys from the time. And for us to go up against these kind of legends, it kind of fueled us in a way that we want to go out and prove that we can also do this, And then, getting to the point where you need 1 more round, I believe that we had 15 seconds of free time and Clay would say guys, let's just do the exact same as we just did, let's catch them off guard. And you could just feel that everyone in the team was on the same page. Everyone felt that this was that right call, everyone believed in it. There was so much chaos. It was just people just getting killed left and right, but it was just 1 frag at a time, and you can see in the kill feed we were getting closer and closer and closer. And then that final kill, which I believe I got when I hit that last Tech 9 headshot on test, that was crazy. The feeling is just we jumped up and threw our headsets off. All of a sudden, I found myself in a position where I'd actually achieved that dream of winning the major.
Heroic aren't messing around here on Nuke. It might be paiN's pick, but you wouldn't know that based on the scoreline at the end of that first half. Heroic were running away with this game. paiN made a desperate grasp for something at the tail end of that first half of play, but denied a 3-round streak. It really doesn't leave you with a hell of a lot of room. You need results in this pistol round, or else Nuke is going to pass you by very, very quickly.
Let's see Captain Krisen calling from the front. 11 and 5 and throwing crazy nades. Is that heaven smoke around the back off the top? Heroic set up. Oh, it's not the best, but it might be enough. They're going to rush anyway.
Get away with one entry up here on top of the heart. It's all kills coming through for Heroic.
It's cool smoke, but it needs to bounce, I guess, a little bit more. Kind of unlosable here. They're all going to face together. VSM has been put in a series of difficult rounds, and this is another one. Heroic will not overplay, and they find the backside player. VSM 1v3, not to be, as Heroic just continue to storm the board. Youngstar, clues in the name, star of the show right now. Him and Susp running away with this. And paiN felt like they had a good shot after a dismantling of BB yesterday. But Heroic are ripe.
Dude, I mean, if Youngstar can keep up this type of performance, he is making a really solid case for himself, do you feel like?
Dude, everyone talks about how hard AWPing is, and how if you're not a top 3 AWPer in the world, you're not good AWPer, and you're a liability, and you're an expensive gun. What about 5 riflers, Harry, with the occasional AWP purchase? Okay, nobody's talking about it. Nope. Nobody wants to admit that it could be doable. Am I shilling for Youngstar? Yes, obviously.
Fair enough.
But so far, he's looked good. You know, these games aren't the most difficult that Heroic will have to play, but it depends. What are your aspirations? And how will they do, potentially, at LAN against some of the world's best? Right now, Heroic are making a strong case to continue here at Bounty.
The speed at which xFloud typed NS,
like
I think it really got to him, because
like
that shot from VSM was gnarly.
It's okay, yeah, it is good.
No, it's one of those.
Just crosshair placement.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
No,
you just deleted him as soon as he came around the corner.
There's a reaction shot. You're like, oh, okay, sick. Right? Oh, I die.
Yeah.
I die.
Oh, of course I die.
Oh, you trade me,
one
but
of
I die.
3 in the pack.
Sick.
Cool, I die.
Cool, I die.
Yeah.
Thanks for the trade, I guess. Thanks for the round.
But it's fine. You know, you're still in a winning position here. 11-3.
Is it like a sarcastic NS?
I don't think.
Not sarcastic, but like
that was an NS.
Yeah. But
That's an NS for sure.
It's a way to control your rage.
NSM.
Nice. Shot, man.
That's what it stands for. So in Youngstar's last game in the Heroic jersey before his benching, Hugo, it actually took place on Nuke.
Yeah.
And he went 11-14.
Okay.
How's he doing right now as an AWPer in the return?
He's doing better than that, Harry. He is doing 11-4.
Exactly.
Okay.
What does that mean? The case grows stronger in a way.
Well, who did he play in his last game?
BB.
Okay.
BB team.
BB team.
Are you gonna say they're better than paiN?
Well, clearly not paiN beat them yesterday.
Exactly. So Hugo, what does this mean?
Welcome,
Youngstar. Welcome, heroic Youngstar.
Sorry, Alcarin, who's watching at home, surely.
It's fine, Alcarin. I'm sure they're probably not considering it.
Yeah. Are you sure?
I know, it looks like they're all having a good time and stuff.
No, stop. Stop. You're willing it. Secret cross coming through. Oh! NS. Get him.
I mean, the paiN Eagles.
Oh, I will say he's had sloppy movement in this game. He's run into walls. He's hit some corners. He just jumped into the wall. He would have gotten out. Pyria. One more. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, yeah. The double nade. That's rude.
I've seen what you mean though with VSM. You're dead on. Like, you got that caipirinha movement right now, bro. He's kind of like stumbling around.
He hit the vent earlier.
Yeah, he has just been getting caught. Oh, up the vent.
20 seconds on
into the NQZ scout. Oh God,
danger.
This could be their undoing.
Snow's here.
Snow's also waiting. Yeah, MP9 back in the site. Oh no, heroic! You realize now that you've messed this up.
Wait, I think he could. I think
dropping
he might.
down. Time is very, very low, but he will have a plant here. They're giving chase straight away.
Good plant spot.
Hides out from the single door. They're going to try and charge him now. One man in the sight. Youngstar down in the 1v1 clutch. Surely not.
No.
That was meant to be over. Youngstar brings them back into it. Match point secured. Youngstar gets him there with a stellar 1v2.
They didn't think he had it. They didn't think he was sticking, so NQZ's staying door. Snow runs the bomb, but he's already planted, Harry. He has already planted. NQZ doesn't react in time. And Snow is just sending it. They needed to go together. That's after two phenomenal shots from NQZ. And Youngstar is gifted his second 1v2 of the map.
Dude, I don't know what you do. When every 2v1 you've been in, it feels like Heroic have you right where they want you, which is crazy. They can't lose 1v2s right now.
Insane shot. Ah, dear. Mirage up next. paiN. Exactly that. NQZ Orbs ramp, maybe feeling good about those scout shots at least. Dance of death. Just a death. Top hit. Big as a double smoke spam. Bit of revenge here. This round's over.
Unless, nah.
There's no way.
Yeah, okay. There is a limit to the clutching, as it turns out.
But 12-4, man. That one's just... Biggest error, another 3K. paiN's best rounds are where he kills everyone. Who would have thought?
It's a shame it's just a hard strat to call again and again, isn't it? I'll kill 3. He's going to try it. He's going to try it. It's a good way to start. X-Flat out of the round.
Dude, give Big Uzera Insani. That's firepower.
Spam and smokes, is that really a battle you want to take with how heroic have been?
Whoa. Ejector button. Wait a second. Prison found an entry. Pyria has to drop in backside, and QZ is with him. Don't want to go down the vent. Kind of forces him into this setup. So Pyria holds strong again. Prison has nothing to save. He's hoping Bigazera comes back up secret, but he won't. So this is a matter of time here for paiN 5. And there is that time. Ow. Oh, not really.
No, that ouch.
It looked like it was going to be an ouch. Where's the Zeus main drop, man? It's a perfect round for it.
How would you win a Glock round, Hugo?
Zeus main drop.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that a strat he used to call?
Still do. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
got it. I got it.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, Simon. Points for trying.
Wait.
Is that an apple with a stalk? He's an artist.
Okay,
And like
guys.
all good artists, Harry.
Like what? All good what?
Like all good artists.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait.
Oh my god, he's cooking.
This is how
Hang on, Youngstar is cooking. They're flanking him in lobby. It should be over, but like I'm not writing any round off in this game. Youngstar hanging around for a very long time here, and will get found out by Bigazera.
like all good artists, gone too soon.
There you go.
He actually
that what
lost
they
it
say?
way too long.
All good artists go too soon.
Well, presumably. Some of them.
If you're still alive and you're doing art,
You suck.
I got bad news for you.
Whew, okay, well, yeah, game on. paiN giving it a good old crack of the whip, Harry.
Yeah, they are giving it a go, which is admirable. They just have no room for error.
Ooh,
One little mistake, one mistrade, one overzealous entry out of Heroic, and suddenly this game is
Oh,
away
no,
from you.
dude.
Piri is playing like he knows that. Drop down through the heavens. He's recovered this round with 3. Chris in there, just kind of rubbing his scalp against the vent.
X-Files flanking here. VSM, if he makes noise, it's going to give it all away. They think he's gone down vent. Fair enough. Prison punishing in the lobby, and now he knows backside should be clear. Bomb plant opens for his teammate in heaven. VSM thrust into another very difficult clutch.
And you're not even aware that Heaven's been taken. That's the worst part about this. If VSM tries to rotate quickly up through the ladder, he's dead. If he takes too long clearing it, taking the other route, he might run out of time. And so up he goes. There's the killing blow. Heroic. A lot of success to open up here on paiN's map pick. Everything is going their way today. Will that keep up on Mirage?
Just a tiny hint of a comeback in what was an absolute storm of Heroic. Rolling right.
Pick, but it's a map that paiN looked solid on yesterday as well, with a great T-side over BB. We'll see if they can keep that up, or if it is just going to be the reality crashing down. The Heroic are here and hungry for the LAN finals.
Yeah, they played one of those type of games on Nuke where just everything's going right. You know, you kind of can't mess up. No matter how much you try, It was smoke spam galore in the first half. They were winning 1v2s like it was nothing. And so you've got to try and slow that roll straight away if you're paiN. Winning the pistol would be a great way to open up this map, and they're well on their way to doing it. Youngstar 1v4 attempt, but it's cut short.
Look, whatever you say about paiN and whatever we get out of this game, one takeaway from Bounty is Piria is sick. Like, he popped off yesterday. He's doing it again today. He's had some really great rounds. So that's reassuring that one of your pickups at least has been taking all the attention. Still waiting truly for VSM to get acclimatized, but this is a different level of competition. Not everyone grabs onto it immediately. Top mid push here for NQZ. Bottom mid push for Heroic. Oh, stack. And they spot the clock, so... Don't do it, paiN. Don't do it. It's not worth it, paiN. Oh, they're gone. Oh, theory. Probably better Glock strats out there.
I'll say this, you know, sometimes when you have one of those maps that everything just goes right, even the RNG elements of the game, it can sometimes be hard if you get off to a slow start to kind of go back to playing
properly.
Yeah, like proper, and when you don't have some of these like strokes of luck on timings, on smoke spam. Exactly, right? Yeah, it's like you can't assume that this map is going to go exactly the same way. And so, question for Heroic here as we head into the first rifle round: are they ready to kind of lock in and take charge of this map, or will we see a bit of a surge from paiN to open up? I think if they do offer up resistance, that's where you could see Heroic really start to encounter some problems.
A split coming in and rush through the palace smoke. That was a good shot. Snow was looking the wrong way, but missed shot, and now a stack here to get through for Heroic. This feels like paiN are set up well for this. One player knocked off the site. X-File Conlurk, double, triple with fries, extra cheese, and just Piria left on the flank. How did that happen? X-File triple kill. Everyone on his screen. Piria's been putting on a performance today. Maybe there's a clutch in store. Good clear on Susp. No kick. Gotta be quick. And just swung by Youngstar, who is the clutch man here of Heroic today. That's his third clutch of the series so far.
I'll say this as well for Piria and for VSM. This is on their former teams, like their most played map. So a lot of reps for these guys here on Mirage, and then for the core of paiN, a map that they do look to play, so should be very, very comfortable here. They had some decent results on it in the last 6 months. So I think, you know, it's not the case where it's not one of these series where teams are super dependent on winning their map picks. It's one where paiN could still look to level out here and now. We've had a couple like that, especially in those first stages, right? Where you kind of really, really need your pick in the series. And sure, it might feel sour to go to what is kind of the home map for paiN, get a bit banged out by Heroic. But you should have enough in the tank still to remain competitive here on Mirage. Hoping we get a bit more out of VSM because, you know, we were talking how much Piria's contributed in these games. Want to see more from the other new face inside of the paiN jersey. 5v4 in this round, and Snow's the guy to provide it.
Nilo got double naded. Sus got cleared. They failed the window boost. This round's not off to a good start for Heroic. VSM. That's a position. He's not going to overplay it, though, as well. They're holding. Good awareness here from Nilo, but VSM, patient as ever. Are they really going to stack B when they have this much control? This feels like such a wild gamble to make. Yeah. paiN moving back over. Realizing now as VSM flanks around the world. Con split in. VSM's going for T-spawn. 15 seconds. They need this plant.
Oh, clean set of entries, though. Leaving this one down to the wire. And a kill back into the spawn. Now, you're still interested because of the flank from VSM. That's the only reason they're still hanging around here. And with a missed shot from Youngstar out in the open, suddenly a 2v2 presents itself.
No kit. Anywhere.
Smoke on this bomb, but you're dead on. It's going to be the full 10-second commit. Nade won't quite finish off Nilo. Still have him to play around this defuse, play around the bomb. Meanwhile, Crizzen closing in out from the spawn. VSM getting sandwiched, and with no time left, he is out of there. It's a good effort in what was a 2v4, right? That was a... gave themselves kind of a winnable look at that round. You saw why they were so interested with the flank closing in. But with the wraparound from Crizzen, flanks on flanks, they just weren't ready for it. And that nade falling just shy of killing Nilo down in Con has massive implications.
Even if it does, I mean, that CT wrap from Heroic would have denied the defuse anyway. NQZ not able to get there in time, and no kit is a big problem for paiN. Then they would just go straight for the stick if they found one. Nice try, but Heroic just hit so hard. Not a single player on the A site with 15 seconds was able to get a kill. And yeah, it's a 2v4, but it would have been a lot more winnable if someone held their own. Nilo finds an entry onto 3 health. Period gets that gun out, but the armor gone. Should be a simple job here for Heroic. As they wander towards B, Crizzen down lower.
Into the rifle. But it's dead straight away. Snow desperate to try and get it, but they're not going to let him retrieve that one gun. So there we go. A clean finish for Heroic. 5 alive when all is said and done, and lead taken.
Again, another buy that is really not perfect here from paiN. They don't have an AWP on NQZ. They don't have a kit again. Small details can make a big difference here. Especially against a Heroic that are hitting as hard as this. Chris is spotted in mid, but it doesn't matter when X-Cloud's got his back, and both of them combine for the 5v4. Mid lost here for paiN. They just walk out through the A smoke. Step for Sus, but gives it away. Period covers. It's got very wrong all of a sudden. paiN recover. But with X-Cloud alive on T-side Mirage, I'm not counting my chickens.
I even like this from Crizzen, right? He's 1 health. Like, you can't get lower. And so he's just looking for 1 kill's worth of value before he departs the round. Slowing it down and trying to lend time to X-Cloud. Just saying, look, man, you go play. Try and find a way to win this. That's what it's going to come down to.
Oh, both have
Oh, they
knives out.
both have
Hello?
knives out. What just happened?
What?
Is that 4x3?
I mean,
feels like 4x3.
I guess he didn't react. He's also kind of near the center of his
Yeah, he was
screen.
pretty near the middle. Maybe he's a 1x1 player.
No, I mean, there's no way.
He's not.
That's crazy 4x3. They both have knives out.
He is a 4x3 player.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
you go.
Come on, you check it, Harry. Like 90% of CS
I know,
players are.
but it's important to check.
Well, if he's a 1080, that'd be a bit embarrassing.
I mean, yeah.
He's also
really.
blind, apparently.
He's actually ultra wide player.
Oh, dude, that's so unlucky because, I mean, it's 50-50. Who pulls the gun first? And that's the worst because your team are watching that and they go,
Well, they only do that if anyone on the team is 16 by 9.
yeah, but there's always one.
You said it would be silly to look that up, so
Yeah, but there's always one, Harry. There's always one. Look at him. He never realized. Well, actually, he didn't react, Harry, so maybe there is no 16 by 9.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, no one plays that res anyway.
Oh, you know the most brutal thing?
Of course, it's Krisen.
Krisen's the 16 by 9 guy. And so he was still alive. So no one else saw because they're all 4x3 stretch.
Wouldn't have made a difference. Either way, VSM had him. And okay, Pyria, we are paying attention. We are definitely paying attention. This guy's cool. Oh, missed that timing, but doesn't matter when Pyria is locked in.
Him being so ready for that, right? Right as his teammates clearing short. Feels kind of wild. Really, really stellar start to the round out of Pyria. And the rest of the gang now get their chance to be involved as well. Snow on the board with 1. And QZ just on cleanup duty. And it actually ends with Pyria getting that final kill, so a hat trick on the round.
It's a confident call from Heroic, but it's going to get them nowhere. Walking everywhere without utility, just dry into angles, clearing very little, and hoping they can find gaps. Well, paiN will not allow them through. paiN in the lead now. Getting the taste of victory again. It was 8-1 down on Nuke. It felt like the game was lost from the get-go. Now not going to be the case.
I mean, we said right off the top, right, in their previous teams, this was one of, if not the most played map for the case of VSM and Pyria. So we're expecting a good degree of comfortability, and we're certainly getting that. They are head and shoulders above anyone else on their team. In fact, there's 9 kills on the other 3 players, so both of them, you know, hitting as hard as the rest of paiN.
Ooh. Oh! That's okay. And the nade is good.
The nade's actually really quite nice because it stops the plot. Yep. That's one of those deaths where you just have a big old swig of the old energy drink. Yeah, I need to wake up a bit. 3 Glocks just killed me.
Alright, what have Heroic got? Surely something in the tank. Youngstar T-side AWP. So he's not just a hobby AWPer, Harry. Looking for that entry on ramp.
Bro, this ain't a hobby to Youngstar. This is big business.
Yeah? Full-time employment.
Yeah, well, it's more like seasonal work, but...
Yeah, okay. Professional bench warmer. Oh, that's gone very wrong. This is a bad exec.
Okay, you will get that one, and they break through with another kill from Nilo. xFlab waiting to cut down, rotates in middle, but no one is rotating through this part of the map for paiN. So for now, they've actually got a 3v3 in front of them.
Baited.
Tunnel visioned in on the prospect of that kill, and that sends them right in, and Nilo at the stairs. NQZ and Big Azera haven't really been a force to be reckoned with here on Mirage. Big Azera hanging around, wasn't willing to write that one off, but NQZ already had, so not the best of deaths to give away, especially when the AWP was meant to save, but it's dead now. Gone now, of course. So all right, Heroic, they might have had some kind of roughness around the exec, but still able to get through all the same.
Yeah, awkward for Pyria, not realizing that they'd taken all that space back. But no one in the bomb site, one player on default, that's all paiN had to stop that hit. Christian happy to put himself out there, be the first man in. Boosting up the AWP in this round as well, trying to get Youngstar going. And he might find something, but what a shot from Big Azera over the smoke. And NQZ chimes in. Two of the quieter players putting on a 5v3 here for paiN in a round that will break Heroic's money.
xFlab AWP replacement audition tape, here it is.
Not the player I'd be expecting.
He wants to replace Alcaran.
He wants to replace Youngstar.
Come on, xFlab. What have you got for us? That's not bad. Nice way to start.
Oh, no.
Good clear down in connector. This is a 3v5, turn 3-on-3. Are they ready for Snow? All around in the palm of his hand here, but just one. That's the AWP removed. 2v2, clawed back by Heroic. Push for Pyria on the smoke, and plant denied. Nilo thrust into this 1v2 up against the two heavy hitters, the two new boys for paiN. He's dealt with the first. Now it's just VSM left to find. Bomb out in the open here, but it's been picked up. Given a little bit of room to work with as VSM waits back in the connector. Nilo currently clearing dead angles. Eventually has to commit to this plant, and now VSM
It's quaking.
What's his next move? Swing out from Con, head ripped off. Nilo pulls through with a big clutch for Heroic.
Dude, Nilo.
And that's been a constant source of rounds for this Heroic squad when they get to these mid-rounds, when they claw their way back from man disadvantages. If they end up in a 1v2, they've got hot hands in these clutches right now.
Yeah, 2v1 for paiN feels like a disadvantage in this series. They've lost it nearly every single time. That's a 5v3 as well. And this first shot for Nilo is unbelievable. Pyria had a chance to get out. He should have taken it. Heroic had just been given heads-up 1v1 fights in these clutches, and they are closing them out. paiN. Not anti-clutch enough in this series. And that was a round that would have broken Heroic. It would have put paiN up in contention to run away with this half. Now, the other issue, the other way around. Heroic onto 6 here. With the intention clear, there is no worry for Nilo to walk out into B and clear this entire side of the map.
Also, shout out xFlab for getting his first AWP kill of the year.
Yeah, it's only been 4 maps.
Yeah, it's not long. I'm just letting you know.
Celebrate it.
Find his 30th kill in the last year.
Easy does it here for Heroic. A 3-on-5 that has resounding consequences. Now looking to win the half. Again, we have an AWPless, kitless buy for paiN.
And that kind of leaves you in this position where you want to try and win this round as clean as possible, because Lord only knows, right, if it comes down to one of these really, really close retakes where once again you've got a clutch attempt from Heroic, suddenly you're really feeling the burden of these, you know, lack of kits. You've seen it be a problem already. Aggression down and out towards mid. Bigazera here to open. I mean, honestly, you feel like short now. They know they're in mid. They saw like 3 dudes running out middle. He's just out in the open. That's given Heroic a huge way in. Oh dear.
Nilo's sick today. He is crazy. 12 and 6. Clutches galore. Xbox plays a little bit early. His team are not ready for that. And QC getting spammed, pokes his head over the top, but Nilo can't finish the job. He's low on ammo, looking for a gun, and Pyria runs in. Chris and Clutch. Yeah,
1v3 required, knows about 2 players here. The third comes as a bit of a mystery. And they have just mollied NQZ way off the angle, so chance to slide into the site, blind on the cross. Krisen lines it up.
Don't lose this.
This is a 3v1. This is kind of uncharted territory. Sure, you've lost some 2v1s. They felt really awkward, but this is a round you just can't afford to give away. Krisen's got 35 seconds to play with here.
He could run soon.
Nervous right now that NQZ committed to that wrap round. When he doesn't see him in spawn, you imagine he's going to come out of this looking out towards the palace, anticipating that he's sticking around and playing to deny. All the attention goes into that palace clear, but here he is. Is he ready for VSM? Up close, won't matter. And so paiN level out on the half, tying things up at 6-all.
In the process, Apex gets the better of his teammate. Now, he's got the utility to keep Donk out of this.
He knows he's gonna swing.
Okay! He knows. Apex, baby!
It's a fact! Charge your mouse, charge your mouse!
Look, it's plugged in.
Yeah, it's plugged in. There we go.
Yep. Char, even though you win, we love you. Merci, madame.
La 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 la! Vitality!
I'm gonna make sure that I always put 100% effort into it.
Don't know if that's coming through.
Then you know you lose this timing that you get with the element of surprise. It's like worth it to almost lose a player
He
there.
wants you, baby! He wants you! You wish you would be here! Give me! Even in the fucking train on pop, you shoot me!
final push to try and get to LAN. That's what's on the line here. And, well, paiN at least bringing a lot more to the server here on Mirage. They've been able to level out on the half, slowing the roll of Heroic, who absolutely dominated them back on Nuke. It was no contest. Even breathing a little easier as they stopped Crizzen on his way to a 1v3 in that final round. Finishing off clutches has not exactly been the strength of paiN in this series. So let's see how they fare now, moving on to the T side, and Exec over towards this B site, in a site that is completely empty. Only Nilo nearby. Couple of taps on a player's crossing in the apartments, but that's really all he could bring to the round. It's a 5v5 retake.
No kits, so going to be very difficult here for Heroic, especially with that short smoke down. paiN buying time. Every second ticking down, Heroic's odds decrease. DSM, first contact, is Crizzen in with the nades. It's X-Filed to provide the cover. Can they just roll their way through this round? It doesn't look likely. Snow double, swinging back in.
What?
Careful, boys. It's only Pyria, but I trust Imperia at the back of bench. The clock in his favor. He falls as well. I think there's time. Heroic have just won a 5v5 retake on the pistol with no kit.
And that's why they lose the first couple of opening fights there to try and bring them into the round.
3v4?
That's what it felt like, right? Yeah, at one point. And it's awkward for paiN because it's one of those rounds that is so chaotic and happening so quickly that for a brief second you think you're winning it, and then suddenly the round's already over and you've lost. Right? You saw that quick double to open things up. You're feeling really, really good. Like, there's no way they can trade these kills back. And then a couple of quick shots connect.
A bit more hiding and you win that round.
Yeah. But you just never get that moment to even think that way.
No, oh, my teammate's fighting, I'm going to trade him. Oh, I'm dead. It all happens so quick. It's a round that you slap your head. Face palm. Why didn't I just hide? Because it is a fine line, right? If you full hide, Heroic get all the space and they flush you out. So you don't know till it's too late.
No, yeah, like you would have to be operating as like an actual hive mind at like super speed to have understood when the correct moment to play passive in that round was.
If he jumps. Nice shot.
Loving the game we've been getting out of Nilo, man. He's playing so confident.
Yeah.
Coming into this event, you said that you were a little underwhelmed. No. I'm not saying this is a gotcha because I think it's actually a fair comment as well, right? There was a lot of hype around Nilo. We were all kind of excited when he joined this Heroic team, even though there was a time where it took him some time to actually get him into the roster. But you were excited to see what he was capable of, and I think kind of hit and miss actually at times.
I've been very impressed at these two games.
Yeah, dude, coming into 2026, showing why there was that hype in the first place.
You know, can he do it against the best in the world, I guess is the question. And, well, this week we might have to find out here, Harry.
Just nice to see him playing confidently.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, run.
You know, if you've got the talent this guy's supposed to have, you kind of want him sometimes doing things a little off meta, a little in your face. And I feel like that's the exact type of game he's tried to play in these opening matches here at Bounty.
Nice boost. Youngstar punished on the back line. X-Filed living in the molly. Double entry, what could go wrong? Nilo.
Nilo tucked in. On with the swing, will get cut down. Just one kill from him. And that simply isn't enough here. Couple of kills await you out in mid if you're patient enough, but caught on an awkward timing is X-Cloud, and there's that late boost through the window, paying dividends to paiN.
Yeah, the whole time it's in the back of their mind, but because Zera doesn't play it until the very end, he's happy with that one after a struggle-some game for the captain. When he was the one guy really outputting in the previous map, him and Pyria. But Bigazera especially finding impactful multi-kills. There's his first on the T side. He is a T side player. So maybe paiN can pull something back in the second half. Double window smoke. Sarah quick to mid. Oh,
okay. All right, Big Azera.
oh no.
Oh, there's two players under here. Now, one of them's going to play. It's a bait and switch attempt. You would have loved to kill out an Elo, but now you've just really got to hope that this guy underneath Palace goes unchecked, and they keep eyes on that smoke. Suspicious the entire time was Pyria.
Very good check. He's 5 health as well after the nades. Prison just wants a gun. paiN don't plan on giving it away, so this is a game drawing up now.
Do you remember what skin he's using, Hugo?
Monkey business.
Yes, that's my guy. And now he's using a Fire Serpent because he's just grabbed an AK on his way out of the round. Might not get away with it, though, with this hunt coming in through the apartments. VSM, eyes on to try and deny the AK save. They're closing in, top and bottom. Krizen's getting sandwiched, needs to give himself a way out, and that kill will do it.
Oh, just about. Good shots. All right, paiN are back.
I am liking how even the distribution is for paiN as well. It's not a one-man army here, it's a team effort. Right, the game might have started in a way where Pyria and VSM were doing a hell of a lot in the early stages of Mirage, but as the game's gone on, the kind of signature pieces of this paiN squad have also found their form. You're getting more mileage out of NQZ, Snow's been holding his own, and Big Azera showing signs of the recovery here on this T side with some great openers.
Now contact B play, and if this continues with the double boost short, they're going to get shot in the back. This one rifle will just be removed without a chance. Do paiN believe in this move? The nades will announce it. That gives Krizen a hope to turn around and get in position. Bit sandwiched here. Got to pick his side. So USP tries to cover, and they cancel the call. Hoping those nades pull the short players back to B. They haven't. Bomb going under. Krizen needs this kill, but back turned, and he's gone.
Ooh. Nilo mad dash to grab the AK. No armor behind it, and everyone else scaling up through the connector. Nilo just going to be left to the wayside in this round. They are going into the stack. 3 players here, only armed with pistols. Let's see what they can do. It's a death out towards the spawn. 1 for Youngstar.
Where did he come from?
They don't know about Susp.
They know that A player's still alive though, right? Because Zera's looking at Palace. So they're coming in. Nice. paiN clean on the anti-eco. Lead taken for the first time since the first half. Youngstar Glass Orb. And no kit for Heroic. Been a far quieter map here for Youngstar. Now would be the time to change that. Getting locked out of middle, and Big Azera has been oppressive in this position on his own, just running it down. Team are going B-ward though. It's a big smoke to slow down this play. Krizen has a lot to do and nothing to do it with. Out of utility, committed. Big Azera tries to feign something in middle. Will the penny drop here for Heroic? It doesn't look like it. They are stuck in their spots. Nilo needs to help. Oh, he knows he's in.
Picks the target in front of him, aware that a player scaled past as well. But they're so kind of tunnel visioned on dealing with this one deep player that it's giving the guys in apartments a bit more free reign. That's an awkward miss for NQZ.
Nutmegged.
So it's down to Bigazera and Snow.
He's looking for the orb, he can't find it. Bomb will have to do.
These two players, decent chunk of time spent playing together now. Bigazera and Snow to try and deliver in this 2-on-3, and Snow plays it forward. Plant found in the downtime. Snow with that push has just saved the day and kept this lead maintained for paiN. Looking to grow it now. xFloud 1v2 clutch. They've won a bunch of these across this series, so paiN can't get too comfortable yet. Strong positions though, and Snow going demon mode with the triple.
Dude, that push was so sick. It was perfect smoke as well for Bigazera, thrown from the back of car. He's got a lineup for that, and Snow uses it very well. They line up in kitchen. Snow cooks them.
I mean, this round may be showing why Bigazera still ain't giving up on the kid, you know? It's a lovely looking round. Take some balls as well to go for the smoke push. Risk it all on that aggression through the market.
It's the Brazilian way. Fearless for paiN. After getting destroyed on their map pick, they're looking to drag us to Inferno. And Heroic have shown us nothing in the CT side since that pistol round. Running out of time now are Heroic. Kristen doesn't know they're already in the bomb site. A perfect contact play for paiN to avoid the stack and put 11 on the board.
I mean, here we are, right? Job's nearly done for paiN. They're able to take this next round. It certainly will be. They're up to 11, within touching distance of a third map, within touching distance of taking us to Inferno. And just one economy-breaking round would do that. Heroic are hoping for a late-in-the-day comeback on their pick of Mirage. But you're dead on this CT side thus far. Still have yet to really see why it is they've looked to take the series here. Haven't really shown a whole lot on this CT side. Best position they've been in was really that last 3v2 that got snatched away from them.
I feel like they need to do a mid take here because we've seen just Bigazera walk down mid on his own in multiple gun rounds and create so much distraction. He's found entries. He's just taken space for free. Heroic had not once really tried to challenge him. They've just been boosting short occasionally. Is it going to be a proper mid take here for Heroic? Or is this just going to be paiN getting everywhere they want on the map and doing whatever they want with it? Orb is in, kits are available. paiN look for the A execute.
Up-tempo round here. Really quick for Bigazera. But the orb firing off for one. Rifle making contact onto the captain. Out through Palace. It's got to be a slowdown now. 3v5. You might have had ambitions of a very pacey round, but that's been cancelled on Heroic say-so. They're going to lend time to VSM. Con flank. Smoke being held right now. xFloud cognizant that they haven't had a perfect picture as to what's going down on mid, but you see Heroic are kind of grouping for a mid clear. Wonder if that means xFloud takes his eyes off Con. Hangs on the angle for a moment, and there's the trade available. 2v4 now required for paiN if they want to get that 12th round here and now. Reminder, this is to break the money of Heroic, so this one very valuable.
Unlucky.
And with Pyria shut down as he tries to catch that stairs player, it will all fall to NQZ.
Got the money. Go for it. But not going to happen. Sus pulled strong, and yeah, okay, paiN try something new. Just go for a quicker round. They've been playing a lot of contact on this T side, and like I said, all this mid control, but they They've got the room to throw around like that in. Now it doesn't work. It's a bit of a mind game. Do they go back to what's been working all T-side long? That's the question Heroic have to answer. And it does. Oh my, look at the mini-map. No one's gone A. Go through the jungle side. They're expecting mid. Youngstar rotates out, window smoke, paiN come out from under. xCloud needs to perform in his position, the most important position on the map. And BigAzera has had his number. Nice. Big boost. And up they go. BigAzera can't finish it, but second player in window.
You're not ready for two. Snow able to take this little window of opportunity and slink on by out towards the spawn.
It's perfect.
Now, able to confirm that this side of the map is clear, and as they come in on rotate, Snow will be in powerful position to shut them down. Won't get any fights in the site. That's what he's expecting right now. At bare minimum, though, he's going to tell the rest of his team, boys, move on in. Was that a spot from short? Yes, it was. So damage minimized from this flank, but it's going to allow that bomb to start moving over. There is a flank on flank. xCloud moving in through the apartments. That could have been a lineup right there, but he's playing for a little bit later. This is an awkward 4v4. Map control taken out towards B, but right now we're looking at xCloud with a lot of intrigue. He's here far sooner than they're ready for. That's a freebie on Snow out in the open. That's the two big flanks of the round clashing first to open up this retake. Now VSM and Piria, two new boys in the paiN jersey. Just VSM out on his own and cut down by Heroic. 2 rounds back-to-back, double digits secured. And looking for a comeback here, as they're now within striking distance of paiN.
They never knew about Snow's position in Kitchen, but it still worked out. Losing Nilo made xCloud realize it's probably just going to be this B play. It's been working all half long, so he just goes for the perfect timing flank, doesn't shoot too soon. Although there were players available, he ends up finding 3 kills from the apartments. And Heroic thank him for it. 1 round behind here, and if they break paiN's money at this point in the game, it's disaster for paiN, who looked like they were ready to make this a 3-map affair.
I mean, look, one of the kind of things that's followed Crizzen around on his previous teams is the idea that these really close matches, when the pressure's high, can get away from you. Well, here, it's nothing to do with the call, nothing to do with the strategy. It's just Snow lopping heads off on the push through mid. All right, 2 back, all of a sudden, out of susp. Crizzen dead on a top mid push. And so susp starts this one off strong, but there's limits to how much he can do in that 1v3. And paiN instant course correction, get on to map point.
Snow just with a feeling, I'm going out mid and you're not stopping me. 3 massive entries. Excellent shots. paiN's young player puts him down and saves paiN from what felt like a devastating way to lose your map. Or lose a map. It's Heroic's pick. And they've gone a little bit quiet here. 1 gun round all half. NQZ, banger opener. This Youngstar's orb caught out on A. It's definitely been punished on this CT side. Whoa.
Oh no. paiN just mollied their own teammate, and that gave away that he was in sandwich. That's so awkward. They were in a good spot in this round.
susp has been, as an A anchor, been playing half his rounds from jungle. It's been looking good. Unorthodox, but Heroic long it out to the final round of regulation. Unless VSM having a far better game than Nuke. It's going to take some time to get into a winning position here. 1v4, 45 seconds. And it's just the save. He'll get away with it.
I mean, that round, like, the kind of awkward miscomm on that molly out of Palace feels like it had devastating implications. paiN had lurked the player all the way out ramp contact, made it deep into sandwich, ready to swing on the contact of the Palace players, and they molly sandwich where their teammate was. And so then Heroic hear the tag. They're ready for the double swing.
Disaster.
Like the ace up your sleeve, you gave it away.
Stressful game for paiN. It's had highs and lows. Streak of 5 rounds in this T side, felt like they were ready to finish it off, and Heroic are somehow still here and fighting.
I mean, look now, you've got to try and win this game. You've got to try and take yourselves to a third map on this buy. Sure, you have the AWP on NQZ, but it's the util you're lacking. Big Azera doesn't even have a gun in the final round of play. And this really starts to restrict the options. You know, he's calling from a very limited playbook right now. He's hoping individuals can kind of shine bright for paiN in a round like this one. You'll need them. You've opted for firepower over utility. And so you've got a bit more to fight back with, but that puts a lot of weight on these individuals. And with the first death for Pyria to open up the round, as he tries to put that AK to work, at least Big Azera picks it up. So now he's armed, but you've got to try and win this 4v5. No util to work with.
It's cracking heads.
Yeah, silently overtaken the server, has Snow. Was down towards the bottom of the board in the early stages of this one. It was VSM and Pyria doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but Snow has arrived in a very big way as this T-side has gone on.
Sus in a strong position. There's no more Molotovs left either. He's going to walk through the Palace smoke, looking to play for the late round.
Oh, the timing!
VSM catching X-Cloud. He's been getting unfortunate in the connector. Sus might be the guy to play late in the round, but they're faking it out. paiN, 25 seconds, make up your mind. Up con they go. What? Short. Ah, okay.
I mean, this is the right play.
Yeah.
You know, with Nilo out towards the spawn, he's kind of caring for window, I'm assuming, right? Because they have the info on A, so now it's just Youngstar got to succeed in this position. Nilo caught on the rotate out through spawn. It's Youngstar or it's nothing, and with those kills coming through, there's no win in this for VSM. Youngstar has just guaranteed the deliverance of overtime to Heroic.
He's had a really horrible CT side. He's been in the wrong positions. He's been shot through, you know, caught by fast players up short, caught in the open, hasn't had impact on this AWP, but that 3 or 2K on the B-bomb site saves the game for Heroic. Some nice timings caught by VSM, but his team losing that bomb with no time to make that call. paiN, the clock decides it. And into overtime we go. Heroic still looking for the 2-0 to make it to the LAN finals.
And as we head into this overtime, you're hoping for a little bit more output from either Youngstar on the AWP, or I think even X-Cloud could do without putting a little bit more here. You kind of don't want to waste the good game that Nilo and Susp are having in this match. You remember Nilo was just dominating throughout the early stages here on Mirage. Susp has really had some commanding holds out towards that A side of the map, and well, another advantage hand-delivered by the aforementioned player. Nilo finding a 5v4 for Heroic in the first of OT.
Through the window smoke as well. paiN aren't getting their good fights in middle that they once were. Gonna leave Bigazera to lurk. Back to the A play. Susp in spawn. He has been a safe pair of hands on this bomb site. Never giving them the site for free. 30 seconds. Feels obvious. With Youngster having a deep line on B, Heroic should know what's coming.
Got a third player nearby, ready to rotate over. Just don't want both these A players to die in a second. That's the only way that this one gets really tricky for Heroic, and they're not in positions to go down. It's actually another kill back for Nilo. His second in the round to extend this advantage. Bomb makes it in, but that's top performer Snow looking for a plant, and a swing to deny will seal their fate. Convincing first round in overtime out of Heroic.
Yeah, fine. Even if X-File's having trouble and connect to this game, Nilo's just going to do it all from short. Stops that lurker as well to come up con.
Something I think it's well worth mentioning, right? With this being overtime now, with kind of Heroic having locked in these extra rounds to play with, I think towards the end of their CT side, because there was that huge streak from paiN, they had their backs against the wall throughout their entire CT comeback. Yeah. So you never saw anything out there, out of the box, you know, looking for crazy mid-fights, because they didn't want to risk the whole game on leaving it down to engagements. You could even argue in that one round that paiN found to kind of get them onto 12 with the Snow 3K in mid, it was that decision to go and scrap, go and fight for middle that nearly cost them the game. Now that we've hit OT and you have a little bit of breathing room back, you can make some aggressive moves. You can go for those openers, and we saw that from Nilo in this round. So if you're paiN here, if you're Bigazera, expect different fights, expect a bit more aggression out of Heroic. It's going to feel like a very different game here in OT.
Yeah, they're fearless now. Round advantage coming into overtime. And Nilo seriously switched on. He's stopped playing short. He's in window now, back-to-back rounds. Just trying to find the impact. This AWP has been leaning towards B 3 rounds in a row now. Youngstar waiting for what he hopes is just a free pick on that first player. And he might get it. paiN grouped up in the B apartments. NQZ lining up nades. 2 players in middle. paiN still needs some space here before they commit. Ouch. 59. Youngstar waiting.
BSM is very, very close, and the timing couldn't be worse there. Crizzen just turns away from short right as they move in, and with a missed shot from Youngstar. Site taken.
Okay.
Susp clawing one back. Are they ready for a player out here in ladder? This fight decides a hell of a lot. VSM in a power position, 1 for free on that short push, and now locked in for a post plant. One back. Okay, this round still has legs on it. I mean, it's the 2 heavy hitters here for Heroic, Susp and Nilo. What have they got for us? Closing in. Pyria, one of his own to claw it back. No. And now into this 1v1. 2 kills for both players, but the hat trick seals the deal, and they're just not missing. Heroic. Back-to-back rounds in overtime. This one down to the wire. This one into crunch time. But Nilo has just proven time and time again to be the safe bet.
You can't get past him. That is round after round. It was clutches on Nuke. Now it's closes here as well on Mirage. Another multi-kill for Nilo. He has just been a star. He's been going wherever he wants on this CT side. And paiN, exactly that. Yet again, another bitter pill to swallow here.
And, you know, I'm really liking that kind of realization from Crizin. It's like, look, Nilo is playing out of his mind. I am going to let him go where he wants. I'm just going to play to Phil. Going to try and give him the room and the respect to do what he wants in these rounds. He's been taking positions, trading positions out with Nilo so that he's always threatening, and a big threat in this round as they try and go B. Nilo sends them packing. A stellar overtime from Nilo.
He's almost at 30 kills right now. I feel like VSM has got them into so many good positions on lurks. He's got them behind them. He got into ladder last round. He's played a really good game, but he's just not been able to win a round, and that's because of Nilo. Closing it out this time, cracks VSM's skull on short, turns around for 3 kills. Woo! Doesn't look much better than that.
And I mean, he multi-killed every single round of overtime. It's like, what more could you kind of ask there? That's exactly what you want from your star.
And now, 1 round out of 3. You feel like it's an inevitability for Heroic. paiN, have they run out of steam? This was a paiN that picked Heroic, hoping they could punish not just a new roster, but a stand-in as well. Look, Heroic, eyes set on LAN finals, playoff bound, and paiN left back in the dust.
I mean, look, Nilo as a player was someone that we've known about for a long while and have always wanted to see. He was someone who, for a decent chunk of his early career, kind of didn't take all the opportunities in moving up to the top. But right now, he's playing like more than ever. He wants to get to LAN. He wants to be here competing for a title out in Malta. And they're just a round away from achieving that goal. Pyria, a dead man out there in middle. And so 4v2. This is the best opportunity you're going to have to close this game out. Bomb ticking away, set up in the post plant. Heroic, they dug deep to claw this one back into overtime and put a stop to paiN in 2-0 fashion. If they can finish NQZ, they've accomplished that task. They've done that job, but boy, is he making it hard for them. NQZ with the clutch keeps paiN in Mirage.
I can't believe he's done it. He kept them in that. Crizin swinging out balcony, feeling a little bit silly. Teammate too low to be put in that position with bomb not for him. So we play on. paiN get one more chance in a 2v4 retake of the B-bomb site. An impossible round. Heroic hand it right over. No celebrations yet. The first step to force a second overtime. Heroic are ready to book their flights, but they've got to keep fighting.
And honestly, I think a round like that, it might not tilt you straight away, but it certainly could if this gets any closer. Right, the idea that you were 4v2, half the time ticked off the bomb.
Insane choke.
It was just, you know, all the makings of securing LAN here and now, and it gets away from you. Also, you know, we've been crediting Heroic for winning almost every 1v2 they were put in. It felt like, well, that's one going the other way. It certainly didn't break paiN's spirits as they've remained competitive. Let's see how Heroic fare. Job's not done for paiN, right? You still have to keep up a strong CT half. You've got to hope that if you get put on the back foot like you did in that last round, you've got more of these clutches in you.
First OT round, Nilo didn't frag in, so they're calling upon him again, this time on the T side, to come up with an answer. Maybe the boost is a step in the right direction. Sus picked by the AWP on B. Piguzera with timings missed, and Nilo peeks in. That's X-File rather from the ladder. 4v3, VSM holding still. Pyria knows they're coming up. Con, the info's there. 20 seconds, there's no getting out of here. Bomb's been thrown to the wayside. 2v4 and paiN don't need to fight. They've got positions, but given up with the back of the site. Inside a sandwich, Snow survives with one more. Nilo, this is a 1v2, too far gone as Snow keeps the game on into what could be a second overtime. Heroic fumbling And now only one chance. They call the pause.
This is where, you know, we kind of said it going into that round, right? The fact that you couldn't close the 4v2. Don't know if it gets under your skin right away, but now as you head into the final round of this overtime, those thoughts start to weigh a little heavier. The idea that this game, this series could have been over a round ago. And that might be the best chance you get at closing this one out.
Oh, this is scary all of a sudden, isn't it? Even the fact that they called a timeout. They didn't call one timeout in regulation. In everything they faced, they were down 10-12, 6-6 half. There was a streak in there for paiN. Heroic never called a timeout. Now, in overtime, trying to catch their breath.
Will that moment give them composure? Or has it made them restless? There's an opening out of xFloud.
It's not been the problem.
Prison, forward spacing, and a great catch. Snow, the hero of rounds gone by, brushed aside. And now, you know, last time 4v2 wasn't enough. 5v2 in the post plant, it doesn't get better than this.
It has to be.
Good catch for xFloud, and now it's just VSM. Talk about a trial by fire. As the tournament life for paiN falls into his lap, it is ripped away. Heroic through and into those LAN playoffs. It's the end of the line for paiN. A big effort, a big push here on Mirage, but in the end, not enough. Not with Nilo playing like that.
Unreal game from Heroic. I know they were the most wanted team coming into this, but they played with resolve, with a stand-in.